Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Diary of Thoughts, a channel where we discuss and especially I discuss about the thoughts that come to my mind whenever they feel like coming. And I think I am creating this place where people who are willing to share their thoughts can openly share them. It's not a place to judge others, it's just a place where you can share your thoughts because it's not necessary that all your thoughts will always be very much structured and very much organized. Our thoughts are not always the reality. It's something that comes in our mind, and not all the thoughts stays with us for a long period of time, and we should not even encourage them to stay with us for the uh, for for our own good. But I think sometimes they do want to get out, and that is why I have created this channel where I can also share my thoughts. So let's dive on live into today's thought. Actually, I'm sitting right now and it's already night. It's night time, and I was watching a YouTube video, and suddenly some sentences are coming in my mind, and I thought of recording it, so I just have started recording. So basically, what I was thinking is that generation after generation, people of different age will face, I mean, people of different age in general and individually also will face the life in different way. I mean, my perspective over life, a person who has seen some of the ups and downs in life, and a person younger than me will have a different approach towards life. Even a person of my age, but coming from a different cultural background and different upbringing, will have a different perspective from me. So I think it is never same. It is never going to be in the same pace. Like, let's talk about different things. We have so many things to talk about, right? Even it can be started with a very trivial thing like the sunrise. A sunrise, when you look at a sunrise, how you perceive it, that is a very different that can be a very different source of joy, and in a very different way to various people. And we need to accept that, because I was watching that YouTube video, and I really realized that let's talk about some of the very important words like success, like happiness, like sadness, or emotions, or feelings, marriage, love, friendship. Each and every important topic, whenever we try to discuss, the very first question that we ask is that what is the definition of it? And when we try to give a definition, na, it's somewhere we are generalizing, in generalizing the whole thing, but it is not possible. Maybe me, like I having a very having a different kind of a background, have a different way of thinking about love. On the other hand, you have coming from a very different experiences, will have a different definition for love. So love is in ge- generalizing the concept love, and understanding that there is a possibility that there will be different versions of love is very much needed. Sometimes what happens that we know, but when in reality we have to practice that, like we have to be open minded to listen to other people, it becomes very difficult for us. And no, I am not talking about the very complicated terms that are coming in today's world, because I am not aware about them much, and so I don't really want to talk about and their emotions in that scenario. But I'm talking about from a very simple perspective of life, like what is happiness, what is success. It is not going to be justified by a standard, like in order to become successful you have to have this amount, this much follower. In order to be considered as successful person, you must have visited the like Paris, or maybe you must have visited abroad. You need to have this much of financial balance, you need to have an iPhone, you need to have branded clothes. On the other hand, even some persons, maybe they are comparing to live a very simple life. So let's say that in order to be considered as a minimalist, you need to have only two clothes in your wardrobe. In order to be considered as a minimalist person, you need to have very few, like a very like two or things, materialistic things in your house. I'm just suppose it is happening in that way. Or maybe in order to be considered as the happiest person in the world, you need to have a very positive mindset all the time. No, we can't do that, because it is just not possible in that way. No matter how hard we try, it is never going to satisfy us. The very simple line is there, is that we need to understand that what are our priorities. The video that I was watching, I haven't even finished it. I will watch it. But as this thought came to my mind, I thought of recording it suddenly. It says that in order to live the ideal life, we start sacrificing that ideal life. Maybe for me, a ideal life is that I can have, I can spend a very good amount of time with my loved ones, and in order to fulfill that particular ideal life, I am climbing a ladder that I feel that will satisfy me. But on the other hand, it is costing me that life, because I am not spending that much time with my family. Now, I am not discouraging anyone to earn money, because I am also in the same path. Like, I do need money. Money, you need to have a very good relationship with money. Money is definitely needed. And say to yourself that I love money. Money is coming to me. You do your job, you do your work, but at the same time, don't run behind it. It's not like you are running behind the money, it's that you are loving the money, and you are loving the work that you are doing. You are loving the uh, work that you are doing. And I also agree with the thought, with the concept that, not with the concept, but with the reality check, that there are not uh, like all the people are not going to be privileged with having a very supportive family, or very supportive background, where they can choose their job. But if you are lucky, and if you are, I will not say if you are lucky, but if you have been provided with that, then start from there, and then try to make it in a good way. On the other hand, if you are not able to choose right now, just believe in it that you will one day, for sure. We have to go through that phase with a lots of patience and lots of trust within ourselves. Like right now, I am not preaching anything. As I at the very beginning of this audio, I stated that it is not a place where we do judge people. It's not a place where I am going to conclude a sentence with a full stop. Rather, I would like to keep it in a comma, because I feel maybe the thoughts that are coming to me right now, I will, maybe 2 days later, I will realize life in a different way, in a different light. And I can't deny that my realization of this day is wrong. No, it is right in its own way. It is right from today's perspective. It will improve, it will develop definitely in future. So as I said, it's, I'm not concluding my thoughts saying that no, we are doing wrong. No, we are not. Each and everyone is doing right in their lives, okay? Because they are trying to be happy, they are trying to make themselves happy, and try to make other people happy. And to, in search of that happiness, sometimes they are losing themselves, and sometimes they are finding themselves. And it's a journey that everyone is going on. So it is just that um it is just that sometimes your thoughts need your words, and sometimes they may not. That's it. I don't want to brag over it much, and I don't want to drag this topic unnecessarily. If I, if if any days, I really don't know how many of you will agree with what I said right now. Even am I able to communicate my thoughts correctly? Because effective communication is very important. Even when I am actually just post, I'm going to post only audios, not any kind of video where you can watch my gestures or everything. So it's just that what I'm talking about that matters. And so I do apologize to that person if I sound like very rigid. No, I don't want to be rigid. I just, as I just say, it's just a place where we do share our thoughts. It's not that all our thoughts are correct at the time. So yes, we do respect to each and every person and their journeys of lives in their own way. Wish you all the very best, and to myself also. Hopefully, um, everything is going to be great, and we all will be happy, and we are blessed. Believe in it. Thank you so much. Bye. Live a happy life. Be best of yourself. Thank you.